Are your dating decisions driven by intention or are they driven by immediate gratification? Let's check this video out and then we'll come back with our commentary.
How long have you been Muslim?
My whole life.
Did you always wear a hijab?
No. It's actually been only 3 years that I've worn it.
3 years. How were you dressing before?
Kind of just dressing like your average person in a sense, but I've discovered just beauty.
Dressing like an average person before, now she's wearing a hijab to cover her body. And it's going to be real interesting to see what's going to come behind this. I haven't seen this video yet, but it looks like it's going to be real, real good. Let's see what else that she has to say about it.
And modesty. So I find more comfort in knowing that my beauty is to myself and I get to share that only with somebody who I make my husband at the end of the day.
So
That's a very profound point because ladies, take heed that she's talking about how dressing modest, and you don't see her having her body all out like we see in so many videos, social media clips and reels and things today. Men have a lot of respect for women who cover themselves accordingly, who dress modestly. And whether or not you wear a hijab or you are of her religion or ethnicity, regardless of what your background is and where you're from, there is a way that you dress to attract the person that you want, because it's all about self-respect.
in a relationship,
I'm getting to know somebody. It's more so called courting. We're not dating, but we're getting to know each other for the purpose of
you
marriage.
haven't had sex yet.
No.
And how
Very profound point. It'll be interesting to have seen what she was like before and whether she had relations with people before she's in the stage that she's in right now. But I'm only taking the video from what it's worth right here. So a lot of times, like I said, I'm not here to win arguments on either side. I definitely want to do these type of videos so that we can help build stronger relationships, stronger families, and stronger communities behind the line. But the fact that for the way that she's dressed, she's dating a guy for a year. They've been courting. She hadn't said that they was in a relationship yet or anything, which is very, very important piece. And they have not had relations. So that definitely speaks volumes. So the gentleman who is probably dating her definitely has to be seeing something in her for him not to have seen her outside of what she has on in this state right now. Let's see what else she has to say about it.
long has the courting stage been happening?
A year.
So in the last year of courting, this man hasn't seen your hair, he hasn't seen your belly.
Surprise. He's going to have to wait and see. Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
But
And
you
it's a
see,
beautiful concept.
but you see it every day.
Yeah, obviously.
Okay.
I have to put a lot of layers on in the morning.
Why is it important to even save?
Imagine if we were in a state where when people dated that they didn't have relations, they didn't have sex, and they courted, and there was rules, regulations, and boundaries. Imagine what future households could possibly be like. And I wonder, for some of you out there who are heavy into statistical data and analysis, it'll be so interesting to see the comparison between people who wait for marriage and people who actually go about the courtship and they move along that path versus people who may engage in these activities early on and see how the marriages align out and how long that they actually last.
That part of yourself for marriage.
Our beauty as women is something that obviously like attracts, in a sense, the opposite gender. And I think it's important to realize that you don't want necessarily people viewing that part of you and objectifying it. You want somebody who doesn't objectifies it but values it.
And that's a problem that we have today, because think about it. When you look at the gym culture, what you see outside the gym is the outfits that women used to wear inside the gym. You see them now wearing outside the gym. Think about it. Is it right to wear yoga pants, for example? If you're working out, ladies, and you're wearing your yoga pants, your workout tank tops and all that, that's understandable in the actual gym itself. But outside the gym, if you're just going to the grocery store or you're going to a neighborhood market or you're going to visit somebody, is it a little bit much more being objectified by men seeing you in those type of tight outfits when you're not actually working out, does that bring the wrong type of attention to you? Because think about it, from the lady standpoint, you may be comfortable. But ladies, what you may not understand is there are men out there men are more visual. If they see something, they're going to look. And if they're not with you, they're especially going to look. Fellas, when you see the ladies out here wearing those outfits and you're looking, would your response be the same if you end up picking that very woman? Would you allow her to even still dress the same and go outside looking like that? Because I think there is an amount of respect that the ladies should automatically know and be keen to, that if you're in a relationship and you're with somebody, there are certain things that you don't need to wear out in public because you don't want your body to be too revealing to other men to attract the wrong attention. Because all it takes is just one man who is not with you to say something or try to compliment you. And next thing you know, the guy that you're with is having to get into a physical altercation with somebody. So things definitely, every cause has some type of effect that comes behind it.
Did you feel objectified prior to the switch?
Yeah, I think I would. A lot of times, like, women who wear hijab think like, oh, if I took it off, would I get attention? But not all attention is good attention. In a sense, it's kind of like protecting what's close to me as a woman, which is my beauty. You don't want the wrong eyes to objectify it and turn it into something that is tough, like men will do what men do, and that's kind of just human nature.
And human nature is definitely something, because I remember being in Dubai and you would see women walking around, of course, with hijabs on and stuff like that. And I believe in some instance of Turkey, with the Turkish culture, I think they wear hijabs too. I think, please correct me if I'm wrong, but they would most definitely have their face makeup on, all that stuff. And you only see their face. And then in some cultures, you only see their eyes. And you don't know physically how they look, but then it's their husbands who have the opportunity, of course, to see how their wives look in that regard. And so we just now in a point in our culture where it's definitely going to be a hard-coded one side or the other. It's going to be very few people that's going to be in between who's going to actually really think that this is okay. Versus people who may not agree with it at all. But regardless of whether you agree from her cultural perspective in terms of religion and ethnicity, we still have to be in an understanding and agreement that the way that you dress is going to determine the outcome that you get. So definitely let me know. People in the comments below, like, listen, subscribe. Lifestyle by SK, where wine, cigars, and relationships create that tapestry of extraordinary experience. You all have a good one.